look back at the past 13 years of YouTubing, I start to really see who shaped me into who I am today. Some keep me entertained, while others challenge me as well as surprise me with plot twists I'll never see coming in a million years. Please, try not to be upset if you are not in this video. I only picked the ones who impacted me as a content creator and person forever. Some are mentioned briefly, but they are not any less important. With that in mind, I hope you enjoy. It'd be a crime if I did not mention the man who inspired me to jump into this ever-changing platform, Sonic Photo, or Noel DePiller, the creator of my childhood web series, Gaming Heroes. Watching it as a hyperactive Sonic fan in the mid-2000s, I was a 4-year-old high on sugar. I'd play with my toys to reenact episodes, and that of course cost me my SA2V Joyride figure. May he rest in peace. After convincing my parents to help me start a channel like my brother, Biscuit298, I was able to film the ideas I've had in my childish mind, like Adventures of Nylon Sonic, Beanie Adventures, and Sonic the Windbreaker. All of it, looking back, were dumb ideas. Yet some people liked them. Though now, they're just a part of my history. Without Sonic Photo, I would have not started this channel, Gaming Chili Hedgehog. Gaming because I love video games. Chili because I like Chili Dog Hedgehog, Biscuit298's mascot, and Hedgehog because I love Sonic and Hedgehogs. I mean, come on, they're so freaking cute! Shows like Gaming Heroes, The Yoshi Show by Shadow Spartan67, Sonic Stop Motion Adventures by PitloFan77, Mobian Angels, Sonic Comics, Anything Stash Bros, Sonic Song 182's movies, Spin Dash Pro's wacky plush videos, Luigi Toast and Sonic Toast stop motions were all I watched back in YouTube's early days. Their humor, story writing, film direction, and soundtrack are referenced in my old videos. If those channels were on a budget, of course. But I wanted to surpass not only my brother, but Sonic Photo as well in terms of subscribers and content creation. Did I manage to do so? With subscribers? Yes. With content? Absolutely not. Early fans like Sonic Photo, Webkins Dare 56, Alito66, Anthony Battles 1, and Sonic Chaos 47, to name a few, really helped push the channel to where it is now. I almost quit, but they didn't want me to, and I'm glad I took their advice. Aside from those mediocre web series, I also made AMVs of Sonic and Ahsoka Tano. I can't show them because I'd get demonetized. Ashla Icebreaker, formerly Blue Ghost of Seaside, and I would often talk through YouTube messages before it was removed. We met because of those Ahsoka music videos. Our goals were similar. We wanted to be Christian rock singers, but you know how that went for me. Moving on, these music videos drew in quite the audience, and I was shocked when my first one went viral all of a sudden. People requested more and I gave them more. Though after the epic fight between Ahsoka and Vader, I slowly put a halt to making them. Anyway, let's rewind a bit.
It's rewind time.
One of my cracks, still to this day, are collection videos. I love seeing rooms full of colorful gaming merchandise or even anime. Pete Thor, The Shiz Knight, Mizuki Moon, and Night Ram 56 are the early birds of these videos for me. I'd visit the Video Game Memorabilia Museum website often for updates, and even post on there. But now it's a relic of the past. At least the man behind the website is still around doing YouTube content. We know him as Night Ram 56 or Brett Martin. He holds the world's largest video game memorabilia collection, and I remember when his collection was small enough for you to walk around in. Now, it's almost impossible to walk in the room without bumping into anything. I dreamed of owning stuff like that as a kid. Now as an adult, I can sorta make that work. Be wise with your money. I enjoy showcasing my collection, not to brag, but to share the stories, the memories. Why keep these treasures to myself when I can share them? Mizuki Moon and I go back as far as 2009, where my channel started. We obviously share the same passion for Sonic. Maybe. I'd also meet Orange Hedgehog 2012 sooner or later. These gals and I would talk often in the comments or through YouTube messaging. Sonic Jenny would be another Sonic fan I'd meet a few years later, and like the others, her content is charming. Same with Jenna. Knowing that these four exist and care for the community made me feel less alone because people often view Sonic fans, especially those under the autism spectrum, as Christian. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Why do you do this?
Stop it. Get some help.
Let's talk about Sammy, classic Sonic fan. I first heard about him through Chadtronic, no surprise there, but I do vaguely remember seeing a Sonic rant video and backing out instantly. It's crazy how he went from this to this. Sammy sought the help he needed and grew up into a nice young man. Despite backlash and hateful comments, he rose above them and proved the world wrong that a Sonic fan under the autism spectrum can be a functioning member of society. We're humans too, for heaven's sake, so treat us like him! Peter Knetter needs no introduction. He helped promote this channel by watching my dumb review on those Spyro toys. I'm beyond grateful for him doing that, even though I never told him to, or that he wanted to. I hope to thank Peter in person for it one day. His brand of humor and editing are legendary. I've known Pat Max since he had 3,000 subscribers, and he was subscribed to me once, just like PiploFan77. Pat Mac, along with L Supersonic Q, Badnik Mechanic, Slopes Game Room, and Gaming Historian, encouraged me to create videos about video game merchandise that not many people cover. It baffles me to this day as to why I didn't pursue this kind of content in the first place. Video game merchandise was something I researched as a child. Sonic Gear was where I started. I'd visit there religiously for updates and to continue reading about Sonic stuff. Azura Blaze is the person behind the website, and I've emailed them photos of Sonic merch to post on the site. I talked about this in a different video, but in 2017, I discovered Sankyutir Miku, who rejuvenated my passion for music as well as Vocaloid. However, there is another. Meet Blake the Nerd. His series called Minute 39 led me to his channel. Well, it was more for the first time when he played Megamix. Regardless, Blake is one of the most genuine and kind souls I've met online. I can easily call him a friend. There's another person related to Vocaloid, but I won't talk about them till close to the end. I didn't get into animation channels until 2018, where Jaden popped into my recommended feed with her anxiety video. Her way of animating and commentating is so charming that it kept me watching her ever since. It sent me down a rabbit hole of animation YouTubers like WillPichu, Let Me Explain Studios, and Sugar. When Sugar talked about her life in the most unique Draw My Life series of videos, I felt almost every ounce of pain she went through as it related to me. Just like Jaden's video about her sexuality, I felt seen in the best way possible. Hardly anyone is Aro Ace, let alone a celebrity. I'm so happy she's spreading awareness of Aro Aces because we feel isolated. Most of the world is full of helpless romantics and sex addicts. It got me feeling more happy about myself, knowing that I'm not alone. She is not an animation YouTuber, but she does animation. Timmy Chain. This wholesome cutie streams on Twitch using a VTuber model instead of her real face. She did use both during her Banjo-Kazooie stream though. Timmy's art and animation styles are super cute and clean. How can I not smile while watching her? Goku1993 drew my avatar along with its various emotes, and other cool pieces. He appears in my videos from time to time, or as reference. Without him, I'd be stuck with a generic Sonic OC no one gives a frick about. Greg is his real name, and he introduced me to a channel called NitroRad. The man behind the channel, James, is the best game reviewer I've ever seen. He likes to give the benefit of the doubt on the games he reviews, while also keeping it real. His wish is to not change your opinion, but to inform you about the game through his opinions. James has earned my respect. Aside from NitroRad, Greg also introduced me to Dan Tristle, or Dan T, the creator of a web series, or comic rather, called Block Frog. It's a wacky show that was first animated in MS Paint and has since moved on to something more professional. It still has the charm of the original, just with updated animations and graphics. Watching Block Frog made me want to animate, so I did my own spin of the show in a Flipnote Studio 3D style. I mean, it was done in there. I'm not a pro and never will be, but I felt good after making it. Will it make more? Hard tell. Animation is difficult. Now, this is confusing. I'm an Aro Ace and yet I love Project Melody. Though it wasn't her lewdness that drew me to her. It was her personality, without the quotations. I at first steered clear of Melody because I thought it'd be wrong of me to watch someone who makes adult content. but she streams on Twitch and is genuinely kind. Something drew me in, and when I followed that, I started to learn things about myself. I'm jealous of people who are bigger than me, but I'll address that later as it's relevant to a content creator mentioned later in this video. If they motivated me to animate, then Melody motivated me to draw. Seeing all the fan art of her made me want to draw her, so I drew a lot on my 3DS, and one of my drawings caught the eye of my professor.
I was having such a shitty, awful, bad time brain moment then. And you made this art for me, for solidarity, back then. And I cried. There's a few pieces of art that people have made that I've cried. And this made me cry. And I was like, God, chill. Is that you're all here? I feel like I'm not the only one who doesn't feel lonely, because there's so many people in this rowdy, weird community, and I don't know. I think it's hard to be lonely. And I was going through such a time. I felt very isolated, and I saw this, and I'm like, even if I don't have anyone around me, because I'm being all mopey, people are still thinking of me. And then I got all cryy. And it's your fault. I hope you're happy with yourself. Chilly.
My emotions! My emotions!
When I saw this live on stream, my heart melted like the Wicked Witch of the West. It told me that even though what I create isn't the best, it can mean something special to someone, and that helps me cope with my feelings of jealousy. I know I said I'd get back to that topic later, but this is a teaser. Melody and the science team have helped me open up to life a bit more after being so stubbornly closed up for so long. I can also thank Greg for that. Don't ever be afraid to try new things. Weekly Tune is a guy Melody and the science team introduced me to, and he remixes clips of each JoJo into songs. They're all so creative, and it takes you back to those old days of YouTube poops with a fresh new coat of paint. He loves his fans and is pretty open about himself, but not too much to where it'd get him into trouble. Meekly is a charming individual with a lot of heart, and I wish him nothing but the best. The Pixel Game Squad, Retro Rick, The Retro World, and Phoenix Resale all motivate me to push forward in reselling and hunting more for the stuff I love. I never thought I'd be like an American picker, using the knowledge I've gained over the years and then some for a job, if you call it that. Still, it's disheartening when you see others do better than you when you've been on YouTube for 13 years and they get notoriety in 2 or 3 years. Looking at you, Phoenix Resale. Caleb! Rivalry runs in my blood, if that wasn't already obvious, and I hate it. It's a nasty voice that tells you you're not good enough, you have no talent, and if you don't stand above that person, you'll never be happy. These bitter feelings would not leave me alone when watching Phoenix Resale, so I unsubbed even though part of me did not want to. Though I did resub to him. Spoilers. It just went to show that I had a lot to work on. However, I was able to get past the envy I felt for so long and feel less petty about myself. It may not be gone, but I found a way to cope with it. Retro Gaming Pandemic was a group of people I didn't know existed until I met Eric, who runs the channel with his brother at Quarks last year. They've been supportive since then, and I hope to meet them again. Sadly, it won't be this year. Sorry, guys! Despite all I have learned to combat my feelings of jealousy and frustration, they came back with a vengeance in a way I did not expect. When Rishi P's video of Rolling Girl tuned in different styles appeared on my recommended feed, I felt so small and unworthy. She has done more than one-up me. It's not her fault, she's just doing her own thing and getting more attention I ever could in 13 years. Not to mention I can never tune Vocaloids good enough for anyone. All of these feelings would give birth to songs I haven't posted yet, but I still felt unworthy. There was no use fighting a losing battle, so I talked to my counselor about it, and she partially helped me understand the meaning of the time that drawing made Melody's day better. I had completely forgotten the reason I create content in the first place. To entertain others, and perhaps give them hope. Maybe even change someone's life for the better. Wallowing in self-pity wasn't going to make that happen, so I accepted Rishi and moved on. It's dumb that I get so wound up in trivial matters like this. But it's part of being human. Now, Rishi has become someone I look up to and could potentially be a friend. Hanging out with her in the community on Discord is seriously one of the best days of my life. I was so nervous that I remained muted for a while, even when Rishi entered the voice chat. Like all of the content creators I've mentioned in this video, I want to meet her someday and tell her face to face that she's an inspiration. Though I may not tune as good as her, she pushed me to do pitch bend experiments and not be afraid to fail. I won't go into too much detail, but let's just say she has her fair share of negativity from viewers and deals with stressors like the rest of us. We place people we look up to so high that we forget they're human too. They'll fall short and mess up, no matter a person's social status, gender or sexuality, race, religion, neurodivergence or lack thereof. They have people they love, things they're afraid of, and past hurts. Rishi and everyone else I look up to are just like that. I don't think one is better than the other. Each content creator's impact has led me to where I am today. The creators behind the content they make are every bit as human as the person next to you, and they deserve to be loved and respected. If any of them happen to be watching this, I want to thank you for helping me rise above challenges I didn't think I'd get past. You helped me grow as a content creator as well as a person, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You mean the world to me, and guess what?
I love you! I love you! I love you!
Platonically, of course. Can we be friends? Please? Notice me, senpai.